Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie and I make YouTube videos. School is quickly coming around the corner and honestly the summer went by so fast. I'm applying for colleges now. I'm so happy. And so I'm a senior. I'm just gonna tell you guys how to avoid the mistakes that I made in high school. And just how to have the most successful high school career that you can have in a very short, condensed video. This is completely unscripted. I have not planned this. I just pulled up my camera and I'm ready to tell you. So here we go. I know a lot of you guys are probably just coming into high school, but from the moment you step into high school, you need to have college in mind. This goes from everything to picking out your classes to just everything that you are working towards is working towards college, or everything that you're doing is working towards this one goal, college. And I know some people might not have college in mind as their goal. Some people just want to go straight into the workforce, which I completely understand. College is a great opportunity, it's a great thing, but it's not for everyone, so I completely understand that. But for the most part, college is the main goal. And just from the moment you step through those doors, make sure you're choosing your classes wisely, especially trying to keep in mind what kind of area you want to go into. I know at age 14, you're probably not 100% sure what you want to do with the rest of your life, and neither was I. I wasn't sure, and I'm still not 100% sure. I bounce back and forth all the time, but keep your college idea kind of in mind of what you want to study. It doesn't have to be exact, but if you have an idea, you want to study more English communications, focus on that. If you want to focus a little bit more on the arts, focus on that. If you want to do a combination of both, if you're thinking of double majoring, try to equally center your focuses on both, or maybe allow your academic side to be focused on math and then your extracurricular side to be focused more on the arts. So if you want to double major, you can do that, and you have all the credentials to prove it, that you're fully capable of doing both efficiently and effectively, and that you're capable of doing both both efficiently and effectively. So that's really important. I'm sorry my camera died, so I'll be using my phone at least temporarily because I am mainly using daylight and it's gonna be dark soon. The area that I went wrong when it comes to this is that I did come into high school with college in mind. I've been thinking about it since as early as I can remember. I've had ideas about where I'm applying to since grade 6. So it's not that I didn't come into high school with college in mind, is that I didn't choose my classes accordingly because I didn't think about exactly the areas I wanted to go into. If you are thinking of doing anything remotely and health related, make sure you are really hustling for those science grades, and make sure if you have any idea of what college you want to go to, do a little bit of early research on those colleges. Be ahead of the game so that you can find out some basic requirements for those programs and make sure that you fulfill them. Make sure that you are planning out your schedules so that you will be able to fulfill them by the end of your high school career, by the time you are applying to colleges. For example, I was thinking of applying to vet school. I think I'm going to be applying as a communications student for all my colleges, mostly, or political science. But vet school was something that's always been heavily in my mind because of my love for animals and my work volunteering in zoos, shelters, etc., raising animals, stuff like that. So that was heavily in my mind, and I hadn't looked at any prereqs for these top vet schools, which would have given me the ability to jump straight from high school to vet school, a 5-year program. Usually I'd have to do 4 years of college and then maybe 4 or 5 years of vet school. So that's a huge chunk out of my life. So looking at those prereqs early for any field that you're trying to go into is extremely important and could save you a lot of time and a lot of money. So that's where I messed up, and that's where I wouldn't want you to fail too. I upped the brightness, so hopefully you can see me a little bit better. Another area that I wouldn't want you to not focus on, because I might not have done it as well as I could have if I'd planned it out more, is focusing on your extracurriculars. Extracurriculars are so important to the college process, especially now that they're thinking of getting rid of a lot of standardized testing. So extracurriculars, make sure you have at least one consistent extracurricular over 4 years. For me, it's theater, drama club, acting. But you need to have at least one. It shows consistency. And especially you get bonus points if you have one that is in a leadership position. I wish I had more, but personally I think my extracurricular list is looking amazing right now. But not to brag, but honestly, make sure you have at least one and at least one leadership position. If there's a reason you don't, like you move around a lot and you can't hold a leadership position at all these new schools you're going to, obviously that's a problem. And obviously in huge schools, sometimes these leadership positions become a popularity contest. So I'm sure colleges will understand if you can't, but it's pretty much for like a lot of top schools, it's pretty much a kind of requirement, even though they don't explicitly state it on their websites. It's something that they really look for. Leadership, taking charge in your community, taking charge in your clubs, taking charge of your life and doing something with it. Even though we're at a young age, and honestly, I don't know why they expect so much of a 17-year-old or an 18-year-old, but, or even a 14, 15, 16-year-old, but that's the life we live in. And extracurriculars are going to be especially important, again, now that they're getting rid of a lot of testing requirements. So they're going to put a lot of emphasis on your essays, a lot of emphasis on your extracurriculars. So that's important. I just wanted to say, if you can't join a club and achieve a leadership position, it's okay. If you can't, I would strongly recommend being a part of a club that's at least relevant to the area that you want to go in to. For college and for your career. I know a lot of you guys don't know, which is completely fine. Like, a lot of people don't know. But just start thinking about what you might want to do in the future and at least have that to back it up if you can't achieve those high-ranking positions. Another mistake to avoid, especially for ladies, but even gentlemen who are very flirtatious, not flirtatious, but you're very involved in the opposite gender. I'm just saying, there's a hummingbird outside my window. Sorry for getting distracted, but it's cool to like someone. It's completely cool to have an interest in someone that you like, obviously, but don't let that consume you to the point where you get distracted from what's really important. That's why I said in a previous video, high school relationships are stupid. It is what it is. Some people marry their high school sweethearts, but 90% of the time it doesn't work out. So focus on what's really important. What's gonna impact you more in a positive way down the line. Good grades in high school, highly involved in your community, applying to colleges and getting in, and that could change your life depending on like money you get and stuff, or a guy or girl. Like, what's gonna benefit you more? Definitely this side. So that's just my opinion. I don't care if you date someone, good for you. But I mean, just from what I've observed and from my personal experience, it's better to hold that off, like dating and stuff, until you are in college, I guess. I don't know. And also, a lot of the high school guys, they're not worth it. Definitely immature. Just wait. There are a lot of fish in the sea. And if you still like that person 5 years from now, go ahead, date them. I'm sure their brain will be fully developed, so enjoy that. I'm sure I'm gonna be a hypocrite if next year I meet someone and I like them and then I start dating them, but right now I don't foresee that happening, so I will leave this statement as law. Another thing I highly advise that you do that I really don't during the school year is getting a proper amount of sleep. Naturally, I try to go to bed at 8 p.m. because that's when I start getting tired. But that almost never happens. If I push past 8 p.m., I could go until 8 a.m. the next morning. So it's not good because then you'll fall asleep in class, and then all of your teachers will start thinking of you as that kid, the lazy kid, the kid that dozes off in class, and that's not what you want to be thought of, especially when it comes to, again, everything relates to college, especially when it comes to college. They will be writing your teacher recommendations for college, and another integral part of the college application process. You really want to form those good relationships with your teacher. Another tip, that's my next tip, that I wish I would have done a little bit more. I have strong relationships with a few of my teachers, but not all, especially because some of them I didn't like their teaching style, or I just thought of their class as another avenue through to college, and I didn't really consider them more as a person in my life. I just thought of them as a vehicle to my further success. It's not like a horrible way to think, but it's not like the best way to think. Just like, don't form attachments because you're just moving through high school, you're just another kid, and you are just another kid, but these teachers can get attached if you form relationships with them, and it can benefit you, it can benefit them, and just a mutually beneficial relationship. So form relationships with your teachers, especially ones you like and the ones that like you. I would reach out to even the ones that don't really like you, start forming relationships with them, because who knows, that could be literally your biggest cheerleader for the application process, and anything can happen, so just go for it. Okay, so the next thing that I would strongly advise you to do, because I didn't do enough of, is make friends. Like, my mindset, as I said before, is I'm just another kid running through high school. I'm gonna complete my 4 years and go on to real life and be independent and do my own thing and get out of this small town with their, old mindset and go live life in a city somewhere, or, just do something. I don't know. But that's my mindset. I'm just like, these people are not gonna affect my life at all. So if they're not gonna matter to me in 10 years, who cares? I don't really need to befriend them, right? Wrong. You should befriend them. You should make friends, because who knows? They could be your greatest networking connection one day. You have no idea. You could be working for them, or they could be working for you. But it's really important to make friends during this high school ordeal, high school education, because you'll be able to learn from them and they can learn from you, and it could be a mutually beneficial experience, just like making friends with teachers. Friends are great. Just experiencing life with another person your age, I think that's really cool. And make sure that you just enjoy being your age, because you're never gonna be your age again. You're never gonna be in high school ever, unless you come back as a teacher. But for me, I'm like, good. Can't wait to leave and go be an adult and do my own thing. But I think I should have taken a little bit more time and, just enjoyed different experience and tried to push myself out of my comfort zone, which I haven't done a lot, because I'm like, I'll do it in college. Like, I can't wait to do it in college. I'll push myself out of my comfort zone in college. I'll do all these experiences instead of just trying to make the most of the time I had right now. And now there's a pandemic, so I can't do any of it. So it works for me because I don't have to put myself out there, but it's also negative for me. So you guys should do that. Not keep yourself in the box. You should put yourself out there. I'm probably gonna end this video right now, but I highly recommend that you just keep focused on the things that you want from your high school experience. I know a lot of you might be like thinking of a movie high school, oh, I'm gonna party and I'm gonna hang out with this guy and making friends and stuff, but that's not always the case. My high school experience was not like a movie at all. It was like an indie flick where the protagonist cries a lot. Hopefully I can get my movie experience in college, but just make sure you focus on the things that you want. Set goals for the things that you want. And Work every single day a little bit to achieve them, and I promise you it will pay off. Focus on your academics because it will open up a world of opportunity for you. And I honestly hope you guys just have an amazing year. Whatever year you're going into, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, like me. I can't wait to graduate and go do my own thing, you know? But I hope you guys have the best year and make the most of it despite this pandemic that's going on. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.